Alright guys, in today's video we're going to take a look at Austin Dunham's latest YouTube shorts where he talks about weighted dips. I seriously disagree with what he is saying, so in today's video we're gonna do another reaction video to one of his videos. So without further ado, let's dive into it.
This one exercise is stopping you from building more muscle. That exercise is weighted dips. I built up my weighted dip to over 3 plates doing it for multiple reps, and I did this for years. It wasn't until one day I actually got a pretty big injury known as costochondritis.
Alright, so for people that actually don't know what that is, it's essentially inflammation of the cartilage around your sternum, so essentially where the sternum and your ribs actually join. Costochondritis essentially is inflammation on that cartilage. It's a very typical injury for people that go way too fast with your weighted dips, but we're going to talk about that later in today's video.
It was caused through doing weighted dips. It set me back in my training. I couldn't do pull-ups, I couldn't do anything. Then I found out that weighted dips were the #1 injury when it came to doing weighted calisthenics. And
I mean, not sure where you get that from, because as far as I know, there's no such thing. But anyway.
If you go too heavy for too long, it can really set you back and you can easily get injured.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is literally where he destroys his own point. Like, what he's talking about is like, well, I went too heavy too often on weighted dips, got an injury, so that makes that a bad exercise. The truth is, if you do squats too heavy too often, you're probably gonna fuck your knees up. If you're gonna do pull-ups too heavy too often, you're probably gonna get an elbow issue. If you do dips too heavy too often, you're gonna get the exact thing that you got, which is costochondritis. So what I wanna stress in this video, because I personally think this is the most important part of this whole video, the reason you got the injury, Austin, is because you were not smart with your programming. Because once again, if you go too heavy too often on any exercise, you're gonna get an injury, right? So what I want you to take from this video is very simple. If you are someone that follows a good program, you are not gonna go too heavy too often. You're gonna have volume phases where the weights are gonna be lighter. You're gonna have strength phases where the weights are going to be heavier. You're never gonna do strength for a long period of time without any kind of break, because that actually prevents these kind of injuries. And so what I'm trying to say is, don't hate on the exercise, hate on your own programming.
Here's the truth, you don't need weighted dips to build muscle. It's great for beginners, but once you reach a point of being able to do, let's say 10-15 dips in a row, if you're getting enough volume in your push-ups and your vertical pressing, like handstand push-ups, shoulder press, and you're doing tricep isolations, a weighted dip really isn't that necessary.
Well, with this, I fully agree. Weighted dips are not necessary, and yes, you can get volume and you can get strength from a lot of other exercises. So do you need them? No. But they're still a very good exercise. Like, if you talk about carryover to like bench presses, dumbbell presses, like I was benching 2 plates aside just from doing weighted dips. Like the carryover to other exercises is actually very strong. Also carryover to like OHP once again is very strong. So when you talk about a weighted dips as like a developmental exercise, it's still very valuable.
You're just trying to get better at the weighted dip. So nowadays I focus on those alternatives and I don't even touch the weighted dip at all, because I'm not trying to set back my own progress and my own strength, and neither should you.
Alright, just some quickly like finishing thoughts on this like video. He is not doing weighted dips anymore, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Once again, it's a very good exercise if you program it correctly. And just to kind of repeat myself to kind of finish off this video, if you got an injury from doing a specific exercise, it's more than likely your form that isn't good or your programming that's off. So in this case, he literally says that his programming was off. He literally proves my point in this whole video. So if you want to do weighted dips, do them. They're a very good exercise. If you get his exact injury, it's because you fucked up your programming, not because it's a bad exercise. And with that being said, that is essentially all I want to talk about in today's video. If you have any more questions, or if you want to kind of share your own views on this video, leave it down below in the comment section. And that's pretty much all I want to talk about in today's video. So, latest.